TV.com. Now to a Local 15 reality check. You would expect people living on the beach in areas hammered by recent hurricanes would have high flood insurance premiums.
But an NBC investigation found here in Alabama and elsewhere in the nation, high-rise condos on the beach have been able to get their rates lowered and save millions. Local 15's Andrea Ramey shows us how.
Well, Greg, dozens of condos in Alabama have successfully been able to appeal to FEMA and be taken out of high-velocity zones, and in the process, save a ton of money, a luxury homeowners on the coast haven't been given. For more than 40 years now, Norman McClinton has heard the bay waters lapping by his home. Dubbed Red's Roost, he's had to rebuild his home twice after storms, and like everything else, the price of his flood insurance has gone up.
It hadn't went out of sight as of yet.
When it comes to living on the water, there's a big discrepancy in what homeowners are paying for flood insurance. While many are seeing rate increases, condo owners are seeing big-time rate decreases. The Royal Palms was paying $218,000 a year. Now the rate is just $6,800. Island Tower was paying $143,000 a year. Now the rate is just $8,400.
That sounds like rich are getting richer, doesn't it?
I mean, are you sitting there scratching your head saying, how in the world did this happen?
Yes.
Gulf Shore's floodplain manager Brandon Franklin told us in the last few years these condos have requested map revisions from FEMA, and without the consent of local officials have successfully been taken out of the high-risk velocity zone and put into lower-risk zones.
But they're on the beach.
Directly on the beach. Our history from Ivan, even the tropical storms that we've had, it shows that these areas get the storm surge. They're the ones that take the brunt of the force.
And after storms like Hurricane Ivan, NBC found these same condos getting big breaks, collected hundreds of thousands of dollars to cover losses. Island Tower collected more than $250,000 from Ivan. Royal Palms, nearly $900,000.
Is that okay? I mean,
no, of course not.
It's a red flag for Congressman Bradley Byrne, who says the program needs much more congressional oversight.
If somebody gets a really good deal over here, that means somebody's getting a really bad deal over there. And this system has got to be designed in such a way to where everybody pays their fair share. And we should not expect the taxpayers of America to subsidize the program.
But that may happen. NBC found these map changes alone in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach has resulted in at least $5 million a year in lost revenue to the flood insurance program, at a time when the program is $24 billion in the red.
All of this was just washed away.
And at a time when homeowners could see astronomical rate increases when the new flood maps are issued later this year.
We've heard stories about rate increases of 100% and 300% and 400%.
Increases that will be out of sight and simply unaffordable.
Something's wrong here.
Now, NBC found one company from South Florida represented all of these high-rises in their map revision request. Flood Zone Correction, Inc., which also does business as Flood Risk Solutions, LLC, does not work for owners of single-family homes, only for commercial real estate companies. FEMA had no comment about this investigation. Kim?
All right, good story. Thanks, Andrea. There's a town hall meeting in the Commission chambers in Bay Minette Tuesday night at 6 o'clock to discuss the insurance issues.
Yeah, if you'd like to see which condos have been written out of the high-risk zones and read more about the company that made it happen, go to our website, local15tv.com. Local 15 News is your advocate to expose corruption, fraud, and waste in local governments.
If you know of any wrongdoing, scams, or abuse of your tax money, call our Reality Check hotline. The number's right there on your screen, 877-315-7268. A Mobile County